Hello everyone, this is Pavitra. So in this lecture, we'll try to understand majorly two things. First one is what are the rules of the accounts which are exactly based on the accounting equation, and the second one is what do you mean by dual aspect concept or a double entry system. Okay, so let's take the accounting equation first. Okay, so as I have already discussed in the previous lecture, this is the accounting equation, right, which says assets are always equal to liabilities plus equity. Right, we'll try to expand this equation and learn what are the rules of the accounts based on this equation. Okay, so first of all, you have to understand one thing. So in the, at the end of the financial year, we are going to calculate what is the profit or loss which we have earned, right? So that profit or loss we are going to adjust with the amount of capital or equity which the owner has invested in the business. So for example, if you have earned profit in that particular financial year, that profit has to be added to the equity or capital, and if we earn loss, then that loss will be deducted from the amount of capital which the owner has introduced. So we can write this equation as asset is equal to liabilities plus equity plus profit if it is a loss minus loss. Okay, so again we can expand this as so profit means what? Profit is nothing but the amount of revenue which we have earned minus whatever the expenses which we have incurred. So we can write this profit as incomes minus expenses, right? And also there is another concept of drawings. Drawings means what? So first of all, equity means whatever the amount which the owner has invested is called as equity. And what is this drawings is the amount or goods whatever the owner has taken from the business will be considered as drawings. So that drawings will be deducted from the equity. So we can again write this equation as liabilities income minus expense. So now taking these negative figures on the left side, okay, so this is the final equation which we have derived from this basic accounting equation, right? So which says assets plus drawings plus expenses is equal to liabilities plus equity plus income. Okay, so let's try to understand what are the rules of accounts taking this as a base. So I have taken this equation. So now if you see here, so three aspects are on the left side of the equation, three are on the right side, right? So this classification is actually called as a modern classification of accounts. So in the previous lecture, we have seen the traditional classification which is into personal, impersonal like that, right? So this is called as a modern classification of accounts. And here you have to remember one thing. So these three are of one nature and these three of another nature. It means these three accounts or these three types of accounts will be always having debit balance. And these three will be always having credit balance. Okay, so this is a easy way to remember what types of accounts will be having debit balance and what will be having credit balance. So what do you mean by debit balance first of all? So in the previous lecture I have told you what do you mean by debit and credit means, right? So debit means whatever is there on the left side of the account, and credit means on the right side of the account, right? So what is this debit balance means is, so taking an account as an example, So if the left side or the debit side is more than the credit side, then that is called as debit balance. Okay. And in a similar manner, if the credit side of a particular account is more than the debit side, then that is called as credit balance. Okay. So for these assets, expenses and drawings, always this debit side will be more than the credit side. And for the liabilities, equity and income, the credit side will be always more than the debit side. Okay, so let's take an example of furniture. Okay, so let's say we have a furniture worth 1 lakh in the business. This is the opening balance, which is on the first day of the financial year, right? So let's say we have purchased the furniture worth 50,000. In that case, we have to write that 50,000 on the debit side or the left side of this account, indicating that we are adding this additional furniture to the opening balance of the furniture. Right. So it means what? Any increase in furniture or any increase in asset will be debited to the account. Let's say we have sold a furniture worth 10,000. In that case, we will be writing it on the credit side, indicating that we are reducing the furniture value. Right. So that is the reason why. So ideally what we can say is any increases will be debited, any decreases will be credited. So for all these three accounts like assets, expense and drawings, if there is any increase, then that account need to be debited. If there is any decrease means what? Here selling of a furniture, right? Likewise any decrease is there, then that has to be credited. Okay, and likewise let's take here an example of Sham. Let's say we have taken some loan from the Sham. So in that case, as it is having a credit balance, so the opening balance will be on the credit side. Let's say we have taken a loan of 15,000. Okay, so since it's the opening balance, it will be on the credit side since it is a liability, right? So let's say we have taken additional loan of 5,000 from Sham. In that case, we have to write that 5,000 on the credit side, indicating that we are adding this 5,000 to this 15,000. So now the liability is not only 15,000, it is total 20,000. So we have to write it on the credit side, right? And if there is any decrease means what? Let's say we are paying our liability. So let's say we have paid 10,000. In that case, we have to write this 10,000 on the debit side, because indicating that we are reducing the amount of liability, because we are paying it. No more we are liable to pay this 10,000, right? So that is the reason why we have to write it on the debit side of the account. So ideally, what we can say is, if there is any increase, in this liability or equity or income, that has to be credited. And if there is any decrease, that has to be debited. That is what we have done here, right? If there is any increase, we have credited here. If there is any decrease, we have debited over here. And this is applicable for all these three, like liability, equity and income. Okay, so now let's try to summarize whatever we have learned over here. So let's try to first fill up this table based on the concept which we have learned now. So before telling whether it has to be debited or credited, just understand or recollect whether this account will first have a debit balance or credit balance. Then that will be very easy for us to say whether this has to be debited or credited, right? So first of all, asset means what? Will be having debit balance, right? Asset is on the left side of the equation, right? So that will be having, first of all, it will be having debit balance. So if there is any increase in the asset, then that has to be debited, right? Already opening balance is on the debit side, and if there is an increase, we have to debit it. If there is any decrease, we have to write it on the credit side, right? Just recollect the asset, like furniture asset is there, right? So just recollect the asset and try to answer this, okay? And in case of liabilities, it is already having credit balance, right? So if there is an increase, then we have to credit it. If there is any decrease, then we have to debit it. Remember that Sham account is there, right? So if there is an increase, we are going to credit the account. If there is a decrease, we are going to debit the account. And in the similar way, this expense will be having debit balance. Expense is like asset. And if there is an increase, we have to debit it. If there is any decrease, we have to credit it. Income is in the nature of liability, which is having credit balance. So if there is any increase, we have to credit it. If there is any decrease, we have to debit it. In the same way, even this too also, equity will be having credit balance, because equity is in the nature of liability, right? So, and if there is any increase, we have to credit it. If there is any decrease, we have to debit it. Lastly, drawings. This drawings is in the nature of asset and expenses. So this drawings, if there is an increase, we have to debit it. So already it is having debit balance. If there is an increase, we have to debit it again, and any decreases has to be credited. These are very, very important for you to pass the journal entries or anything. And so that is all about the rules of the account, which are based on the accounting equation. Now let's try to understand what is this dual aspect or a double entry system. So what is this double entry system says is, so for any transaction there will be twofold effect. Okay, first one will be debit side and second one will be credit. So for example, let's take the same example of purchasing a furniture. When you are purchasing furniture, so the effect will be on two accounts. First one is furniture, because furniture is an asset and that is increasing, right? So the furniture account will be debited. So one account will be affected firstly. And the second thing is, when you are purchasing furniture, we have to pay cash. So when you are paying cash, even the cash account will be affected, right? So for every transaction, there will be effect on two accounts mainly. So in this example, the debit has to be given to furniture because it is increasing. Increase in asset will be debited, right? And the cash is also asset. Decrease in cash has to be credited. So likewise, there will be effect on two aspects. One will be debit and other will be credit. So this is all about the dual aspect concept. So in the next lecture, I'll discuss with you how to pass the journal entries by using the golden rules of accounts. So thanks a lot for watching, and I'll be seeing you in the next lecture. Thank you.